Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hello, my beautiful ducklings. It's your friendly Grippeteer, and I'm back again with another Steven Universe vlog. Today we're looking at, what was it, Together Breakfast. And in this episode, Steven makes this big breakfast. It looks incredibly gross, and he wants to eat it with all the crystal gems together. So he tries to go out and get them all together so they can eat together, and then it ends up he goes somewhere and like this evil spirit possesses his breakfast, and then it tries to kill everybody, and then Steven destroys it, and then they just decide they should have pizza. So, first of all, they're American. Second of all, this episode definitely shows that Steven feels kind of lonely, or like an outcast from the other gems, and it's kind of shown because he's the youngest and he doesn't know how to use a gem. But in this episode, it kind of shows like all the gems are always busy and everything, and like they're just busy and they really don't have time to spend with him, and that kind of makes him feel a little bit sad. So he tries to get everybody together so they can just have breakfast together. And that's pretty much the entire point of this episode. He says it multiple times. All he wants is to have a nice breakfast together. And it's kind of, it's a little bit sad. But, in the end, they kind of have breakfast together a little bit. The funny part, Steven was, well, what was it? Steven took out his, Garnet was like, I need to destroy this. And Steven was like, cool, and he took out his phone, he took a picture of it, and then, Garnet was like, I need to destroy that too. And then she's in her lair, and she snaps it in half and just throws it in the fire. And Steven's like, aw, that was pretty funny. I can't think of any other funny parts off the top of my head besides the ending, where, they get together for breakfast, and then they just, let's go have pizza. And also, his together breakfast is like a stack of waffles, syrup, whipped cream, a strawberry, and then he puts popcorn all over it. And that was kind of funny too. That was just out of place. I thought he'd just make a normal thing of waffles. Then he just put popcorn all over it. That was kind of funny. The art in this episode, nice as usual. There's a part where he goes to their rooms, and the way he gets, the way they have rooms, there's one door, but depending on, their gem, they shine their gem or something, and then it makes a different shaped door, and then they go through it. So it's just one door, but, depending on the gem, it'll open up into a different room, and that was really interesting, but the rooms inside and how they, went along with the characters and their personalities was also pretty cool. And also Pearl apparently has a whole bunch of swords, so that's a thing. But besides that, there wasn't really a lot in this episode. Besides that, what else was there? There was when the breakfast comes alive and tries to kill them. It's a kind of cool design. It's it's pretty much what you think it is. It's waffles, a strawberry, whipped cream, popcorn, and syrup coming alive into a monster. That's it. And if you think of a design in your head, you just think, oh, they probably just drew a scary face on it. But they make it into a big thing, and they use their whipped cream, and they'll just whoosh it was an interesting way to do it. I thought they would just, maybe, make a little face on it and then, hop around or something. But they didn't take that route. They took an interesting route. I like that. Kudos to you, Mrs. Sugar. Anything else? Not really. Oh, wait. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but the theme... what's wrong with my mouth? The theme song to this show I like a lot. It sounds a lot like the song Space Oddity by David Bowie, which is also one of my favorite songs, and it is a very cool nod to that song because I'm just gonna guess because Rebecca Sugar knows a lot about music. I'm just gonna take a wild guess that she took a little bit of inspiration from that song because it has to do with space, and this entire show kind of has to do with space. But yeah, if I had to describe this show, speaking of space, I would pretty much say it's Super Mario Galaxy, the show. It's like, it's like, think about it. They just go to like different worlds and do cool stuff. It's pretty great so far. Nothing I can complain about for this episode. Nothing else I can say really. This was a short one. Yeah. See you next episode. Lick that subscribe button and tickle it with your chin. Bye bye.